umpire and defends again. Looking defensive here, England, and Roux just taking his time now, making sure with 2 wickets down, England can't really afford to lose another one in these first 10 overs. I guess you could say with the appointment of almost that specialist fielding coach in competitions such as the IPL and the PSL, just emphasising, I mean, people always say how a piece of fielding will change the game entirely, and it's true at this level as much as it is at international or in franchise.
Yeah, it does, and often it does. A good catch, an exceptional run out can completely change the course of the game, and we have seen it in so many matches.
In again and defended by Roux, who takes a few steps down the pitch just to try and navigate this, but Raj is hitting a good line here. He's not allowing Roux much length. As we saw in that beautiful cover drive Roux got in his earlier boundaries, he does like the opportunity just to extend his hands through the ball, but they're keeping it tight here, India.
Bowling very, very good areas. Good length, good line, not letting him free his arms on either side of the pitch. So as long as they can keep bowling that area, they're going to put a lot of pressure on both these players. But it's important as a batter to try and rotate that strike. The more you play from one end, the more pressure you get under, and that's exactly what Roux is under at the moment. He's under a lot of pressure, it seems.
Bower, and again, and clipped into the leg side this time, but again there's a fielder there at mid-wicket, not allowing England to rotate the strike at all. 5 dots off the over so far, and Raj Bower just conceding the 1 run so far, almost completed his first 2 overs, and seems like it's been a long first power play here for England. They've been fighting hard out in the middle, of course, with the loss of Bethel early, who's been so good for them in this competition. He was bowled for 2 runs, and of course the captain Tom Prest for a duck, 4-ball duck. As Raj Bower prepares for his final ball of the over to Roux, and who's driving but not timing it, so it goes straight back to the bowler. So a maiden there for Raj Bower. England 36 for 2 off 9 overs after winning the toss and electing to bat.
Yeah, very good over again from Raj. Bowling in good areas, good line, good length. But from England's perspective, they should just be patient. If they've watched the match against India and Australia, they would have definitely learned something from the India were pretty much in a similar sort of a situation where they were 2 down for 30 odd, but both Sheikh Rashid and Yashdul batted very sensibly. Till the 35th over, I remember they're going at 3.5 and over, and after that, because they gave themselves that much time and they built up a partnership, they capitalized on that partnership and ended up with close to 300 runs of their 50 overs. So that's exactly what England needs to do here. They just need to play the long game here.
Spinner to continue, and that's a low full toss and just clipped away by Thomas into the leg side, slightly uppish. But dot ball. I think a good example, of course, in that semi-final against Afghanistan, England took 95 runs, as you say, off the last 12 overs of the game. So they do have that ability to accelerate. As Nishant in again, and that's gone past the outside edge. There's an appeal here from the keeper, but the umpire shaking his head. Not too sure what they were appealing for there, Mick, caught behind.
Yeah, I think there was a bat pad, and that's what encouraged them to go for that appeal. There was definitely a noise, but that was the bat hitting the pad or the bat hitting the ground. And as a keeper, as a bowler, you're always going to take that chance in a final.
Nishant in again, and that's a straighter delivery, defended on the front foot from Thomas. He's 26 off 28, and that last delivery there, we just saw a bit of purchase, bit of spin there off this wicket already, which of course you're seeing a lot more often in the West Indies. As Nishant in again, and that's a heave there from Thomas, who's slogged that almost into the leg side along the ground and out to the sweeper just for a single. Just losing his shape there just a bit.
Yeah, you can say that he doesn't look a very patient man. He's flogged a few, and I could sense that he's going to go for a big one because he's getting a bit impatient. The run's not coming from the other end as well. That could put a lot of pressure on the non-striker.
This is wider outside off stump, but again, sharp spin from Nishant straight through to the keeper and left well alone by Roux. I mean, impatience, it happens to the best of us. We can't blame him too much for these conditions, but as you say, he's just got to stick out there. He's the key man right now for England. As again, a wider ball defended off the back foot by Roux, straight back to the bowler. And that is the over. 10 overs gone now. So the first power play finished for England. They are 37 for 2. Thomas at the crease. He's 27 off 29 balls. And Roux 7 runs so far at the crease. So a key partnership here for England to recover from those early wickets.
Yeah, I think what's important for both these players is just to talk to each other and just